Good afternoon and welcome to CTV Sports and our second game of the World Polo League All-Star Challenge. We have Alegria taking on the Maltese Falcons.
And let's have a look at the conditions out there. You can see a great picture there of field number 3 at Grand Champions Polo Club. Still slightly cloudy, but luckily at the moment the rain is avoiding Wellington here and Grand Champions Polo Club. A very comfortable 77 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, we got a bunch of amazing players. All right, so it looks like we got all the players ready to go here, Jan. We have our, of course, our international umpires bound up here in the black and yellow today, live from Field 3 for our second game. Congratulations. As we had our first game, Polo and Travieso. They played in our first game. Remember, the All-Star Challenge, single elimination. So you got to win to move on, Jan. Well, we got two very strong teams here. Remember, you have our setup with a 23-goal team against a 25-goal team, so 2 goals going in favor of the Maltese Falcons. And look at this, right out of the bowling here, the Alegria team in the dark jerseys today, they're going to get their first goal. It's going to be Chukker Erskine wearing the 1, and a nice finish there by Chukker.
Yep, that's the kind of start you'd want. So the man from South Africa picking up a very early and a quick goal here right at the beginning of this second of our All-Star Challenge matches. Remember, we've got 3 for you lined up today. So let's just go through the players once again. For Alegria, we have Chukker Erskine, the South African, at number 1, playing off 6 goals. Jason Crowder, the young American, playing off 5 goals at number 2. And then Pipe Vercellino at number 3 off 7 goals. And, of course, the Canadian, great to have him back, Mr. Fred Mannix at number 4. For the Maltese Falcons, delighted to see Melissa Ganzi leading her team there at number 1. Martin Jauregui, the 6-goaler, at number 2. And then the first of our 3 10-goalers this year, Juan Martinero at number 3. And, of course, playing off 7 goals, but we know he plays a lot better than that. The 7-goal Alejandro Novillo Estrada.
Yes, they come down here, you get a first whistle of the game, and right there you have contact with 3 players coming together. And it looked like a clean turn by Pipe. He was going to turn that ball to the right, and then Nero was in there, and Crowder came up behind. You can see one where they're kind of holding his back. And it looked like he came up from behind and had a little uneven ride-off. So this is going to go in favor of the red team, the Maltese Falcons, with their 2-goal handicap. And so they'll go ahead and move this one probably in for a penalty 3 based on the contact. Remember, we are using the challenge system in all of our games. You see right there. I hope that Wanmar's okay. They're going to take some time here, I think, make sure Nero is okay. They came together pretty hard there early in the game. We're in the first minute and a half. We are using the challenge system in all of our games for the World Polo League. Each team will receive 1 challenge per half. You got to use it or lose it in the first half. And they can challenge any call on the field. If they are correct, they will receive another challenge. Here comes the first penalty shot of the day on the open goal penalty 3, 40-yard shot. And the high flag there as Martin Jauregui is going to get a great shot there on 6 goals. I enjoy watching him play.
Yeah, so do I, and I've also got to make a compliment, Del. I love the Maltese Falcon shirts, the collarless shirts, very, very comfortable to wear. I don't know how you were when you played, but I always found those collars, those polo shirt collars, slightly annoying, and these V-neck collars, I think, are very, very...
No, it's amazing, the style and just the level of everything, you know, from every safety measure to comfort to style. Of course, Melissa Gansey bringing a very strong team to the World Polo League here in our sixth season. And like we said, what the fields and the quality of the horses and players just top this season. 8 teams playing in this first tournament, the All-Star Challenge, single elimination, 3-1. Here we go.
And that's a nice pass there coming from Alejandro Navijo Estrada. Sends it back. Alejandro will finish what he started, teeing up nicely for Melissa Gansey. She didn't quite get there quick enough as Alegria able to clear. And the man who scored just a few moments ago, Chukker there on the move, dragging his team as he gets that ball nicely over the halfway line. He's got Juan Martinero in hot pursuit into the corner. He pushes the South African, and he does a very clever play here, a near side backhand with a little bit of a tail angle to try and get it centered in front of that goal mouth, but it was read well by the Maltese Falcons, and they will turn defense into offense very quickly. Again, nice pace here, Dale, early on in this opening Chukker.
Yeah, open style polo by both teams, and they're lined up and set up for that. And remember, the Maltese Falcons, they'll send Melly in the front. She'll pull the team. You'll get a 3-player rotation. She'll rotate around, though, as the game goes on. On the other side, I got to talk to Fred Mannix a little bit before. He's probably calling for him to play in the back, but you know how Fred is when he comes running through, so you'll probably see a 4-player rotation with their team, with Chukker and with Fred changing, and then you'll have that rotation in the middle with Crowder and Versalino. So it should be fun to watch how they attack. We get a whistle on the play here, and that ball gets put down the center. Right here, Nero going for the back shot, and right there you get the right-of-way violation. Blocking as the player following the ball, number 4 in the red, Alejandro Navijo Estrada, penalty 5A, and it'll be Alejandro.
Quickly taken. Yeah, a little bit unlucky there for Chukker, finding himself in a bit of a sticky, tricky situation. But Chukker, as we know, a gentleman both on and off the field, and he will understand. And he will be it'll be made very clear to him that he was just caught slightly offside. Nice little run now once again, and Alegria on the move. That's a perfect ball, very, very deep, and Chukker could pick up his second goal of the match. And does he? Well, of course he does. Goal number 2 for the young South African.
Yeah, Chukker's out in front here, and starts with Freddie, and he's going to hit a big ball here. And they've just been using the number 1 and number 4. Fred hitting the big ball to Chukker. We know Chukker in the front of the game will pull the team. And so that's what's going to be kind of interesting to see how they adjust. We talked about penalty shooting. Pipe very strong from the penalty line. We'll see who decides to take them, though. They all can shoot. And, of course, on the other side, you have Nero, Martin, Alejandro. Even Melissa will take the short ones. She likes hitting the 2s and the 3s. We are using the courtesy change in all of our games. This will be our first courtesy change of the day. All players will have the opportunity to change their horse somewhere in the middle of the Chukker. And there's a shot of Fred. Fred jumping on.
Hypothesis.
As you just got off of her, and now you're jumping on.
Castellao.
Yeah,
Castellao.
A few of the horses that we have here with the Mannix group. And we've been pointing out horses all season long for you, too. The 4-legged athletes, a big part of the season, of course. And, well, players put them right at the top. Can't do it without those beautiful 4-legged athletes. Great group of international umpires. Remember, we said we're using the challenge system. We talked about that. And we are using the trigger system, Yan. So the triggers the umpires need the opportunity to check to see if a goal was scored. Check to see when the ball goes out of bounds, either on the sideline or on the end line. They can use the instant replay official, who is also our third man in the CTV studios. And they can also check anytime you have a ride-off of 2 4-legged athletes coming together on a ride-off, 2 2-legged athletes coming together on a sword fight, or any kind of unsportsmanlike conduct. And we also have the umpire trigger. If the umpires do disagree on a call, they can use the third man IRO to help them make a more precise call.
Indeed, and if we have anything to go by like we had in our first game, then this promises to be an equally very, very high level, high-paced game above all. And as you said, Dale, it is a winner-take-all, must win. It is by single elimination, so if you don't win, you do not get through to the next round. Well, one team has already done exactly that. Is Kaya Polo. Once again, and congratulations to Larry Austin, Loreen Zubiari, Mariana Aguirre, and Santi Tocolina from everybody here at the CTV Sports Studios.
All right, so we have another right-of-way violation. This is going to be a penalty 5B. This ball is going to be from center field. Anything from behind center field on penalty shots or during regular play, Yan, will be worth 2 points all season long in the World Polo League. So we used that a little some of the tournaments last year. The tournament committee decided to implement the 2-point conversion the whole season. I love it.
I think it's a great
and we
idea.
saw Tocolino could have made one today.
Couple of times we saw that in that opening match, but I think that's a great call for this 2-point, and that can, just a little bit like in a half a goal scenario, a 2-pointer can make or break a game.
Now, here's a scenario that you love. We have a reaching call here against the Alegria team. If you have a penalty 4 and you're losing by a couple goals at the end, you can bring it back to center and try it for it.
Exactly.
So that's pretty cool play, too. Anytime you have you can bring it back if you want.
Yep.
You can always bring it back. Can't move forward, but you can bring it back.
Sure. So that, of course, keeps the level of anticipation and the excitement very much alive here. But that is what the WPL is designed to do, and we are so happy to be back here for the 6th edition. And that looks like another cracking goal. Correct me if I'm wrong. Chukker Erskine picking up his 3rd goal in this opening Chukker.
Wow, this is a great shot here by Chukker. Stays controlled. Fred is rotating forward here. There's that rotation. Chukker just rotates around. Taps to the open space, and I like the thought process. One-timer.
So, 3 goals, a hat-trick for the young man from South Africa.
Great start. Fred. And he has not held one ball here, Mannix, from the beginning. And that's going to go ahead and make it 3-3 based on the penalty 3 by Martin Jauregui. And we got a game going here. Great match, as this has been open style in the first Chukker field 3 here. Melissa with her first breakaway day. Nice approach shot here by Melissa. Mel, you got to go near side. She gets it going inside the 40. Now Nero will jump on it. Wanmar's going to have time to spin this one around. He gets a little help from Alejandro. Nice play here by Wanmar. Oh, stolen away, though, by Crowder. And Jason's going to get a breakaway, and this could be Jason's first run of the day on the Bay Pony. Alejandro coming in hot on his Bay. Dark Bay, light Bay. Crowder checks his shoulder, and he'll shut it down.
Yeah, good defense there once again by Alejandro Navijo Estrada, but did he knock that one over his own back line? No, ball is still in play. Crowder will want it back. Alejandro stops, turns. Goal, leaves that one behind. Now then, Crowder needs to allow Nacho to make that play. Rotation working again very well. Here comes the 10-goaler. Juan Martinero sends it out to the boards on the left-hand side, but it goes over. And believe it or not, Dale, that is the first change of possession we've had today.
Wow, change of possession. And also it's going to enter our first Chukker, a very clean, open Chukker. Only 3 fouls, 2 5A, 5B, and a penalty 3. That'll end our first Chukker play, so we'll get everybody on some fresh horses. What a second match of the 2024 World Polo League All-Star Challenge. Welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz.
And I'm Jan-Erik Frank. A very good afternoon to you.
And we are live from Field 3 at the Grand Champions Polo Club for our second game of the 2024 World Polo League All-Star Challenge 2024. We have Alegria in the dark jerseys going up against the Maltese Falcons. And at the moment, 3-3. 2-goal handicap going to the Maltese Falcons. 23-goal team gets 25-goal team. You want to run through the players one more time? Maybe we got a few patrons just joining us a little late.
I'd be delighted to, Dale. Thank you very much. Well, Alegria there in the dark shirts or in the grey shirts. Excuse me, the number one player there, the young man from South Africa, Chukker Erskine, 6-goaler, coming in with that great opening chukker, scoring 3 times. At number 2, Jason Crowder, who had a cracking steal when he took the ball off the 10-goaler Juan Martinero. Pipe Vecellina, the man from Chile, at number 3, playing off 7 goals. And then, of course, the Canadian Fred Mannix making up that team, Alegria. The Maltese Falcons in the red shirts, led by captain Melissa Ganzi at 1. Martin Jauregui, the only one to have scored so far for the Falcons in that opening chukker, 6-goaler. And then, as I said, Juan Martinero, the 10-goaler at number 3, and Alejandro Navijo Estrada, the 7-goaler, playing the back position at number 4. Wow,
number 4 here, Chukker Erskine, playing lights out, Jan, early on. I mean, he scored 3 in the first chukker, and I was wondering how they're going to line this up last night when I was talking to Fred Mannix. They weren't 100% sure yet. They said they were going to wait till almost at game time between Jason and Chukker, and that's why you might see the flip around. We know Fred plays back, and Pipe loves to play the 3, but Chukker right now doing a great job at the number 1 position.
Indeed, picking up his 4th goal of the match. Well, he clearly is very much in the mood, and he makes it look so easy. Again, this one-touch polo, and he's got an incredible ability to read, read the play, knows exactly where he needs to be at what time, and again, clinical in his finishing. So, the Maltese Falcons, even though they've only just scored that 1 goal, need to keep an eye on this man, Chukker Erskine, because he's very dangerous, especially up at front.
Yeah, huge play here. Again, they come together, and you see how their 2 players are coming now. You got overlap there. It's not an easy call, this play. They came together there, but once you overlap, then the player on the right side needs to pull out. If there's no overlap, no ride-off there, Jan, then the dark jersey would have to play on the near side. But because of the contact and the overlap, so you get the penalty 5A, but they're going to win the ball back, and here comes Alegria.
On the move, straight down the middle there, Juan Martinero, a little bit too slow off the mark. Alejandro Navijo Estrada will take the ball over to the boards, get it out of the safety zone, or out of the danger zone, I should say. He's got Chukker Erskine behind him on the one hand, and Fred Mannix. Mannix now will chase the 10-goaler. Not a clean hit. The second one much better, trying to lay that one up nicely for Melissa Ganzi. But it will be Mr. Mannix, Secretary of Defense, with the number 4 on his shirt. But as you were saying, Dale, and we do like to see more of him play that rotation and go up front to run it. He does like to do that.
Yeah, no, he will come from the back, and when he comes strong, with a lot of power, a lot of pace.
Little unfortunate there, the deflection coming off the pony of Melissa Ganzi. The pass was definitely intended for her. Now then, Mr. Crowder over on the left side. Still Crowder deciding who to play it to. That's a very well thought through play there by Jason Crowder, and a great pickup now by Pipe Vecellina. Vecellina out in front and on his own, and look how that last player there at the front door is clearing that way for the man from Chile. Vecellino, the finishing touch comes off the pony of Alejandro Navijo Estrada. Great play here by Alegria.
Yeah, good second effort though also by the Maltese. You can see Martin Jauregui. I like when he gets fired up. He was in there trying. He thought he got kind of cut off a little bit. Kind of dicey play there. I can kind of agree with him a little bit on what he was looking at. Pipe went to the other side. And you know how great ball control Pipe Vecellina has. Non-call on the play. The ball goes out of bounds. Super strong defense there by Alejandro.
Yeah.
And good communication between Martin and Alejandro. And did they play together out there at Summer Ritz when you were?
Nope.
No, they in Kitzbühel?
Nope.
No? I thought they did. Yeah, well, they know each other very well. And, of course, Wanmar, a great captain, Melissa, knowing all three players very well. And you'll see that different rotation. Like I said, Mellie's going to trick you a little ways. She's going to play out in front. So that means if you get any penalties, they're going to move the ball.
Yeah.
Because Melissa's going to be in the right spot. Then you'll see her kind of duck and dive on the inside. That might send Martine forward a little bit. So they're going to show you some different looks, as we saw earlier in our first game today. But all these teams will show you different looks. And you might get a full rotation where Alejandro's running through and you got Walmart playing the back. And Mellie might go to the back, too, and send the boys forward here based on scores and how they go and the horses. So it's a lot of fun to watch the different moves here. Good shot here, Juan Martín Nero, coming off his amazing run in the 2023 Argentine Open. Runners up this year, but great job, La Dolfina, Saudi team. Congratulations to La Natividad, kicking in their big second win in the last 3 years, right? And congratulations, Lolo, to all the crew. And, of course, we have a lot of those players playing here. There's Heta Cazzanola playing with the Audi team. You'll be able to see him play this afternoon. Remember, we have 4 games today, and we're going to slip. We're going to have 3 high goal games in the World Polo League All-Star Challenge, but also, and I am looking forward to this, 90210, Sarah Siegel Magnus, Cable Magnus, Geronimo Overgon, and Roberto Zeta, 10-goal team going up against Quite on Z with Alessia Zeidler, Artemio Figueres, Keiko Magrini, and Ilario Figueres. And they are a 12-goal team, and that'll be the finals of the limited edition 12-goal. It's going to come up right after this, and then we're going to put the frosting on the cake with Casablanca Audi. Ooh, you don't want to miss that one.
No, you don't want to miss that one. And then, of course, subject to the weather, tomorrow the action continues, but now the action continues after that courtesy change here on the field at field number 3 at Grand Champions Polo Club. And as we expected, it's been a very, very great start here for the 6th edition. Cheeky little play there by Juan Martinero, picking up his first goal for the Maltese Falcons. And that puts them level at 4 goals apiece here in the second Chukker.
Yeah, good to see Nero getting going here. And again, remember I told you about broken plays in the World Polo League. You will suffer. And right there, just a little bit of an overcommit. Looked like Fred riding Peroni in this Chukker, little bay pony. They have the breeding operation down. We also have Melissa riding some of her pony from the Santa Rita breeding operation. A lot of different breeding operations out there today. Amazing. And on the win here, Mallie's going to win the bowl in here. Now leave it for Alejandro. And look at this, Maltese Falcons, 4-4. Is going to be picked up now by Nero or Mannix.
Yeah, Mannix gets a piece of it, sends it back, but only as far as Jauregui. Jauregui trying to get himself untangled. But, yeah, the whistle will stop the action with 2:39 on the clock.
Okay, we got a nice group out there at the Field 3 at Graduated Polo Club. Remember to get the apps so you can stay in touch on everything. Here's the play right here. It bounces off the boards, off the pony, turned around by Jauregui, and then everybody just coming together there. And then right there, you see how Alejandro jumps on that quick line change and gets the right-of-way violation as Sugar's trying to escape out the door. Quick move by Sugar, but quicker move by the number 4 in red. So he'll close the door there, and they're going to move this ball down. Martine 1 for 1. He had a penalty 3 in the first Chukker, and now he'll line it up here again for his second penalty of the day. Very strong 6-goal player. A lot of energy, hits the ball strong, and this guy is on his way to 10 goals. Open goal, or actually hitting the 60-yarder here. So on the ground, off to the side. Not exactly the shot Martine is looking for. And we'll go to the knock-in. It's going to be Mannix.
The young man from Calgary taps the ball into play. There is the pass out to the right-hand side. Not able to pick it up. The man with the number 3, Pipi Vecellino. So Mannix once again lending a helping hand. Near side pickup, nicely done. Alegria on the move. A little cut shot, and you can see waiting there, hovering in front of that goal mouth, Chukker Erskine. He won't get the pass to the ball this time, as Juan Martinero will turn things around very quickly. You see Melissa up there in the danger zone. Still, Nero gets a challenge from Erskine. Nero now, nice long drive up to the front. Again, I think that had Melissa's name intended on that pass. The backhand, Alegria. Quickly taken, Virgilino. Out to the left, sends everybody on a wild goose chase. Now that rotation is working. Mr. Mannix, little cut shot. Very nice as he tries to center that ball up. Has he overcooked it? Can he keep it in play? He's going to go for the cut shot. Ooh, and we saw Teo Kaye do that this morning.
It's a good save. He saved it. And then you get a whistle. What a save there by Alejandro on a nice, I mean, just all around perfect plays. Look at this. This is not an easy shot by Fred. That ball's going. It's not going to go in, but Alejandro takes a swipe at it, but it's coming across the field here. And so the angle, right, lesser angle is going to go right to the Chukker. Alejandro's going to get caught on the right-of-way violation. If he could have got a little piece of that ball and changed the direction. I know Alejandro was trying to get that little angle. I thought he got a piece of it.
Yeah.
And that would have gave him the lesser angle because Chukker's coming all the way across the field, but the game of inches.
Yep.
And so he just didn't get that play. And this is not an easy shot. Versus, I thought people might bring this back to the 30, but he's going to go ahead and go on the angle here. And maybe it's not as close to the line as I thought, but let's see. This is a putter shot here. And, yeah, no problem. He's very strong from the penalty line, Mr. Pipe Virgilino. And he'll get his first penalty shot of the day. Open goal penalty 2 from the spot, making 5-4.
In the second Chukker with the last few seconds running down. Now then, of course, if they don't make it back to the halfway line, as soon as that horn goes, that will bring us to the end of that first Chukker. And I think the players seem to be, in agreement. That will be it for Chukker number 2. So 2-1, Alegria win this Chukker. 3-1, they won the first. We will be back after a very short break. Stay with us here on CTV Sports for Chukker number 3 between Alegria and the Maltese Falcons.
Playing in a dedicated women's polo league is great for progressing your polo. It's great for us to play together as women, to have a chance to take to the field with some of the best polo players in the world. It's helping us come together, improve our polo and keep up playing a regular high level of polo.
Like, I'm learning so much. I am shadowing some of the best women players in the sport, and it's just been an incredible journey, really.
I have played at Santa Rita before and I love it here. It's a fantastic club. They do so much for not only just polo but women's polo, so we're very excited to be here, and huge thanks to Melissa and Mark for having us.
Amazing footage there of the Santa Rita Polo Farm, and we'll be playing some games there also. And also remember here, CTV Sports covered everything from 6 goal polo to 26 goals. It is a private facility, but when we are open for games, the public is invited in. So please remember, get the Grand Champions Polo Club app, gcpolo.com, and of course the CTV Sports app on ctvsports.tv or ChukkerTV.com. We'll take you to ctvsports.tv. And I'll keep you up to date with all of the games and where we play the games at on the 13 and 14, 50 fields that are available and being used here for the 2024 season. Here we go. Third Chukker action, 5-4. Great match.
Indeed it is. And if you've just joined us, the team in the dark shirts, Alegria, are in the lead. They picked up 3 goals in the opening Chukker, all scored by Sugar Erskine, who then also picked up a 4th in the second Chukker, as did Pipi Vecellino, bringing them up to a total tally of 5. Juan Martinero and Martin Haregui both scoring in the first and second Chukker. And that looks like another goal just going through the uprights. Now, did Nacho, beg your pardon, did Alejandro Novillo Estrada pick up that goal?
Yes. And they just battled it in here, Haregui and Estrada. And that's what I love about those two guys. They are going to battle and fight all the way down to the end. And they just worked it out. They had Nero in the back. Melly, now that's where you're getting your rotation now. See, Melissa's rotating around a little bit.
Yep.
And so I like to see the look. They sometimes they do it later in the game, but I'm enjoying seeing it early. So different looks, different styles. That's what you want to do. On the move, picked up here, win, turn around. It's going to be Fred.
Looks like we've got a bit of a debris lying on the field. Someone's lost their mallet head. Play continues. Mannix on the move. The young man from Calgary. Little backhand shot from Alejandro Novillo Estrada. Hard ride off now here. Turned around, looking for Haregui. Haregui turns it. He's got Pipi Vecellino there on his hip, but he's done very well to get through that. Gets a hook by Crowder.
You got a couple broken mallets out there now?
Yeah, we've got a couple out there at the moment. And I think, is that a buried ball? No.
Ooh, almost, but they let him play. They pulled it out of there. Nice. Good play by Estrada. Because the rule is usually the first one to hit it doesn't get it.
No.
But Alejandro, he pulled it out of there really good. He knocked it out of the whole. As long as there's more than half the ball showing, they'll let him try to play it out. We saw that earlier today. Big ball right here, and Erskine overrides loose ball play.
Now, who's going to be the next player on that ball? It'll be Alejandro Novillo Estrada. Also on a very, very nice grey pony that he's riding. Crowder coming in for the challenge. Still Alejandro. Crowder not letting him out of his sights. Now having to change around to the near side. Still the 7-goaler, Alejandro Novillo Estrada. Just waiting for a little bit of support. He's got Martin Haregui just tucking in behind now then. Can Erskine, well, he got a piece of it. As Crowder will send that one back up field. From the left-hand side, making a very nice appearance, Juan Martinero. Still the 10-goaler. But I believe, Del, we had a whistle there just before.
Yeah, and I think you might get looked like you might get a technical foul here. We'll check on this. Got the umpire put his hand in the air there. I like the non-call early on. We'll see what they decide to do here, but you saw that play where they all came together, and Verslito came from right to left and slowed down. Nero ran through, and there was a ride-off with Haregui and another one of the Alegria players. I like the non-call. I don't think someone on the Alegria team did, and I think you are going to get a technical out of here. So remember the technical foul in the World Polo League, Grand Champions Polo Club, Aspen Valley Polo Club, in all levels. The ball can be dropped anywhere by the officials, from center field down to an open goal penalty 2, based on the severity of the technical foul. In this case, they figured just for a center hit, and usually they will also, the umpires will give a warning based on the severity, but they will move the ball and adjust the play. So penalty 5 for the center, and it gets turned around. It's going to be Fred.
Mannix drills that one downfield. He was looking for Sugar Erskine, but he's marked very well by Juan Martín Nero. Nero gets pushed further into his own half by the young man from South Africa. Still in two minds where to play it to. Nero now, with a little bit of help there of Alejandro Novillo Estrada, able to turn things around. In again comes Erskine for the challenge. Needs to allow that space. We were talking about making that play, allowing that player to make that play. Crowder, can he pick it up on the near side? Not quite. But he will get a second chance to send it back to where it came from. He was looking for Mannix. Virgilino. Pipe Virgilino has his pocket picked there by Alejandro Novillo Estrada. Waits for the rebound, but we have a whistle, Dale.
Yeah, that'll stop the clock at 3:06. You're probably going to get a courtesy changer also. We'll take a good look at this one. Backed up cleanly by Crowder. A little bit of an angle. Nice pickup by Virgilino. Turns the ball to the inside, flips it back to the outside, right off, and then under the neck with it by Alejandro. And mallets in the air. So, good shot here of Juan Martín Nero, going from horse to horse. Calling the Pony Express move. Most players will change their horses. A lot of players are still also using it. And again, you can see, looks like Nero's got his son there also helping out. Love seeing the complimented all the boys that were working the earlier game, all the Merlot's boys and Estrada boys, and out there with their fathers. Fred Mannix mounted up. Another little dicey play. You got Virgilio bringing the ball back to the right side. You got Alejandro going on the ride-off. And so their judgment will be whether Alejandro was clean on the ride-off or did he slip in front.
To me, it looked like it could have been just slightly in front. To me.
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit uneven. A little bit uneven. They've been, remember, that's first uneven. Well, we had an early one where some players came from behind. That's the first uneven. And good on the speed. Everything, like I said, it's just a judgment call. So Alejandro will tuck that away and know exactly how they're calling it today. And then he'll adjust his ride-offs. But remember, you try to be somewhere in the middle. So penalty 5A, remember, it could be worth 2 points if it goes through on its own, stolen away by Jauregui and Nero.
But Alegria pushing the pressure on. Their Mannix starting through, but it'll be Alejandro Novillo Estrada to pick up the ball and send it back a little under the next shot just before he hits the boards. Ball will unfortunately bounce over those sideboards, so there will be a change of possession.
Now, did we have any twos last year? I think we had a couple that came or very, very close last year. That 2-point conversion from center field.
I remember we kept waiting and waiting and waiting for it.
Yeah, I think we're going to see some this year. So keep an eye out for that. Great, the tournament committee. Loose ball play, Crowder. Jason, he's going to get one.
In the right place at the right time. So Jason Crowder now making it 3 out of 4 players. Only Fred Mannix yet to score. Very good goal there by the 5-goaler here from Wellington.
Yeah, nice little steal here, Jason. He actually sneaks that one away on the near side, and it looked like the Maltese Falcons were going to turn that ball around, make the hook and turn around and go on to the offensive attack. But Jason just very quick on the stick there, gets it out in front. Of course, we are going to switch directions after every goal for any of our new viewers today. The procedure used in Polo. So we will have the Maltese Falcons headed towards the north goal now. This field runs north and south, field 3. And it'll be Alejandro. Estrada down the right side, looking for Jauregui. You're getting a rotation here. There's Melissa now back up in the front. And they're going to look for her here. Or Nero's going to go for it by himself. Wow. And wow, what a goal by Juan Martín Nero. That is spectacular, and this is what they need. Watch this angle right here. Oh, man. He saw the open gap there, and Fred could do nothing but just watch it go, and it made it about 20 yards past. Fabulous shot.
Indeed, and that is goal number 2 for the 10-goaler, Juan Martín Nero. as they go back to the centre. We're down to under 1 minute left to play here in the first half. On the move, Pipe Vecellino. Oh, a little bit of a mistake. That could cost him dearly. Very quickly, Juan Martinero does not need any written invitation to pick up that ball and try and run with it. Alejandro Navijo Estrada just been beaten to it there by Mannix. But did we have a whistle on that play?
They're going to go ahead and blow this one. So, good move here by Alejandro. The gray mare getting around from left to right. Back shot coming across. Alejandro's going to get there. Click, 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 click. 1, 2. And you got the 2 strides. So, good move there, but a good hustle play. Because if you don't hustle that one in the World Polo League, they're not going to blow that one. Now, opportunity here with 30 seconds left in the half. We are going to go directly into our second half. So we're going to have our stats here after this Chukker. And then we will go right into our second half. Both teams have agreed to play through, which is going to be great to see. And here we go. Maybe Alejandro for 2 points. Tied game. Estrada. Now he's going to go for the dribble.
Wants to be sure that he at least picks up 1 point. Alejandro working it, still pushing through.
And so they'll go ahead and push that down. And, you see that different attempts with the goals. We're going to see a lot of teams go for the big one and a lot of teams work it in. And I like this idea with only 30 seconds left in the Chukker. You might as well try to maybe work it down because remember, if the Chukker ends and you got the ball down inside, you could have a bowl in down inside. So they're going to flip it around, though, and get the offensive attack here. And will they have enough time? At least they'll get it back to center. Maybe one more shot. Whoa, Pipe. He's going to get a hold of this one. And remember now, we are using the buzzer beater also. And so the buzzer beater shot is if you shoot the ball before the second horn, Jan, and the ball is still moving on the ground or in the air, and it goes through the goal, it will be a goal.
It counts.
And that's the first opportunity we saw right there by Pipe Vecellino. We didn't see it in the first game, but the buzzer beater is in play all season long, so the players know that. So just like in basketball, where if you shoot it up before the time runs out, no other player can touch it.
Yeah,
it's got to go through the goal. And so I think we're going to see some goals scored with the buzzer beater. That'll end our first half. 6-6 here. So a good shot of the Maltese Falcons crew. And here's our first half stats. So 6-6, very close. These stats, these numbers should be pretty close here all the way down. Look at there, 7-5 on the shots. So good shooting by both teams. Knock-in, look at only one knock-in per team. That's great shooting. This is a very, very, very strong game by both these teams. Throw-ins even 4-4. Fouls committed 6-5. And so both teams right where you want to be. You don't want to be too much higher than that. And then there you go. Penalty scored 1-1. So very even Steven. Makes sense, right? Numbers don't lie. So great stats there. And I don't know. What do you think? 3-3 after the first. We came out. We had a 2-goal handicap for the Maltese Falcons, 23-goal team against 25-goal team, and they scored a penalty 3, Martin Jauregui, and then 3 goals by Erskine to make it 3-3. So well done by Alegria, making up the handicap early.
Indeed.
And then you go in the second Chukker, and 1 goal by Juan Martinero, and then just 2 by the Alegria team, another one by Erskine. He picks up his 4th, and then Pipe on the line. And the only open goal, here's a good shot of the Alegria team.
Yeah, Chukker Erskine, the man you were just talking about, he picking up 3 goals in the first Chukker, and then, of course, a 4th goal in the 5th. Jason Crowder, he left it until Chukker number 3 to pick up his first goal. I need to correct myself. He's from Santa Barbara, California. Pipe Vecellino, well, he saw him take a penalty 2, which he scored in Chukker number 2. And Fred Mannix, of course, the man from Calgary, very instrumental in getting those attacking plays up front to allow his his players to make those shots on goal. So that was Alegria. Now then, for the Maltese Falcons, well, we've seen Melissa Ganzi up in the danger zone on a few occasions, not quite yet getting the touch and the shot she wanted on goal. Martin Alegria, the sixth goaler there, he picked up a goal very early in Chukker, number 1, converting a penalty 3. Juan Martinero, the man there at the very end. I'm just going to skip over to him. He scored in the second and in the fourth. And Alejandro Novillo Estrada, the man at back, of course, he scored in the third Chukker. So 6 goals apiece. Dale, still anyone's game.
Yeah, no, this is just an even game, and what a quick first half. I mean, it just flew by like snap your fingers. Because remember our first game, if you break it down, there were quite more penalties in the first 2 Chukkers, and this has been very clean, open field 3, like a pool table. And but you got to remember all these, like in the first game, I know Kai, they'll want to clean up. They gave up 5 or 6 fouls in the first half. And so both teams they'll work on all that stuff, because they said the penalty 5's not as big as a problem, even though you are going to get more penalty 5s in the game and possessions. We talk about knock-ins or penalty 5s, and because of just the way the game's set up, then you're going to get 2, 3s, or 4s. So you got to have positive possessions on that. And we'll be seeing a lot of set plays going on with these teams to just what they're going to do with the 5s and the knock-ins. And if you count them up on our stats, that was actually, there were more 5s and knock-ins than anything. We only had the open goal penalty. We had 3 and a 4 to 2. So we're going to go ahead and get everybody right back on the field here. Remember, we will go from here to field number 3. So if you are in, or they're going to go, they can play field 5. I'm sorry, pardon me. Beg your pardon, field 5. So if you are in town or you're at the games today, remember, we're going to rotate over to field 5 for the finals of the limited edition 12 goal. Good luck to both the teams, 90210 and quite on Z. That should be a it works in perfect here with the starting the World Polo League. And I bet those guys, a lot of them that are out ready to play, they've been watching the high goals. So I'm calling for a pretty wide open running 12-goal final. We'll see how it goes. Field 5 ready to go. It'll be another pool table running very fast. I had a great tech coming in from Carlos Cressida Jr., and he said, man, those fields look so amazing. When you see that many goals scored on one game, 17-11, you know how fast and spectacular it is, because that just shows you. So thanks for the shout out there, and that's a big part of the World Polo League Grand Champions Polo Club.
It is indeed. And with that said, players, as you can see, nearly all of them back out on the field, ready to continue with second half action here of the All-Star Challenge. This is the second of our triple header this afternoon. Dale, you were just talking about it. After the limited edition 12-goal final, we will then have the big match that a lot of people have been looking forward to. Ganzi versus Ganzi, the Cobra versus Double G Grant Ganzi, so a father against his son. And also looking forward to seeing not only the Ganzis, but Sapo, Cassette, Rafina Benzadon, Hilario Figueres, and of course, a lot of people, especially coming in to see Heta Castagnola. Last year, of course, him and his brother were here. This year, we've got Heta, and that is always something worth coming down to Grand Champions for. Here we go then. Alejandro Novillo Estrada will get Chukker number 4, and there with that the second half underway. Let's see how these two teams fare. As it stands at the moment, it is 6 goals apiece. Alejandro working it himself. Still Alejandro Novillo Estrada. In comes, and you know what, Dale? I was just going to talk to you about that before the halftime break, and he's beaten me to it. Jason Crowder has gone and switched his helmet for the first time. That is going to
keep you guessing all season long. Wanmar on the move, and I like the Bay Pony. Look at this one stretch out. What an approach shot here by Nero. There's the tap, and oh, well done, Fred. Good D.
Yeah, very well done, Fred, because he would have been through. So Alegria Dodging a big bullet there. Fantastic defensive play by the man from Calgary. Over onto the right-hand side then. Chukker, Erskine. Here we go again. That one-touch Polo. Erskine looking for Jason Crowder at the number 2. Vicholito coming in just to find his gap to come in and take the ball. But in again, it is Juan Martin Nero. Nero on the boards. He's done the clever play, getting out of all that traffic. There is the under the neck shot, and they'll be looking for Melissa Ganzi. There you see on the right hand of the screen, she was heading towards goal, but Mannix return to sender. Nice little pass out to Mr. Crowder. Crowder, first touch, second touch, slightly overcooked it. The pony helping him. He's going to get a chance for an under the neck shot. It's high in the sky. You can see Alejandro looking down. Ball was slightly topped, so a little bit of luck there, but a cracking goal for Mr. Jason
And
Crowder.
they may call this wide. We're going to take a look at this one. If not, they may use a trigger here. Let's take a look at this one ourselves. It might have went just wide to the right. Keep an eye on this ball. That could be wide. And we'll take a look. So they're going to say, yeah, wide. So good job there. Remember, we do have the ability to trigger that play. The umpires will use the trigger when needed. Anything close. Remember, the rule is the ball must be inside the post.
Yep.
And those posts are about 10 inches in diameter, 8 to 10 inches in diameter. So you got a lot of posts there to hit over the top. So over the post or wide is a knock-in, and here we go.
On the move again with the number 3 there. Not able to control it. Little backhand. Alegria want it. But Juan Martinero, he wants it a bit more. Gets the ball, gets the possession, sends it up to Martin Jauregui. Good first touch on the near side by Jauregui. Tried to send a near side backhander, but towards that goal mouth as Crowder will pick it up and take it over the halfway line. Still Jason Crowder has enough space, no oncoming traffic. And especially nothing from behind. Still Crowder getting another touch. Switching from near side to offside. Still Crowder, as if he just waltzed through that defense of Maltese Falcons there, Dale.
It was a great goal. Yeah, Jason's was a great goal. I mean, he takes it forward, leans his pony across, and he takes his time here. He snuck through right there. I mean, that's a good play. They caught Nero and held him up, and then Jason... Not much that Jauregui can do there. I mean, Martin's got to stay out of getting a penalty 1, hoping that somebody would come up on the outside. As I said, good play there by Chukker because Juanmar just got held. He couldn't get around. So good teamwork by the Alegria team, and they'll get their lead here, but very very close game, 7-6. Been back and forth.
It has indeed. Courtesy change, just shy of 4 minutes, so a little bit ahead of schedule. Of course, the players don't have to make a courtesy change, but I'm sure you'll understand and agree that at this level, it is definitely a good idea to go and get yourself a fresh set of legs when the umpire then allows for a moment for you to go and change those ponies. As you said, Dale, 7-6. Very, very tight. Alegria currently in the lead by just that 1 goal. And still plenty of polo to come here in the remaining 4th Chukker, then, of course, the 5th and 6th thereafter.
Yeah, this has been a great game. They are rolling both teams. And I'm waiting to see what's going to be the next play they tried to work out here. Like you said, you saw Melissa. She's kind of, I like those. She's working different plays. She's in the front and the back. He said it wasn't working with her in the front. So right away they went to the change. And I thought it was a good change because they got Fred really pretty far back. And that's taking Fred out of coming through. So that's working for them. And, yeah, it's anybody's match right here. Very tight, 7-6. So we'll get everybody back on. As you see the lines there on the field. Remember, the 2-point conversion is the center line. And we have the ability with our high camera right there, always on the line, to be able to replay those back with our instant replay officials. Third man IRO in the studios. And here we go on the bowl in, Pipe.
And he's won the first bowl in here. Tried to pick it up there by the number 4, Fred Mannix. Slightly overran it. Here we go then. Picked up nicely and turned around. Maltese Falcons with the number 2, Jauregui. Having to reach out to pick up that ball in order to control it properly. The rotation working. Juan Martinera going up, wanting the ball back. But getting that past that Chukker Erskine is not as easy as it may look. And of course, this is also costing a lot of time. Now then, why not indeed leave it for Alejandro Navijo Estrada? And why not indeed try and drill one from what was a good 90 yards, I would say, at least.
Yeah, Martin trying to get it through there. Chukker and him just kind of, battling it out. Good non-calls. You got to let him play it out. Bounced off the pony. Chukker pulled out cleanly. Martin, perfect procedure play. And just off to the right side. Good rotation by Alejandro. And that'll come into play later. So good job here. He's going to be Crowder again.
Jason on the move. Oh, nicely done. A snap and a play, and he's on the way. Now then, he did steal the ball off that man in the red shirt a little bit earlier on. A cut shot coming from Chukker Erskine. Back to Crowder. Crowder, the finishing touch. Very unlucky there, but very well played and good read by Chukker Erskine.
Yeah, great communication here as Juanmar is going to call Alejandro off the ball. As that ball was skipping and bouncing on the inside, Alejandro was already going. Look at going forward.
Alejandro. Bouncing ball, unable to control it. Little touch there as Pipe Vecellino. He'll be looking to see who's going to go with him. Pipe Vecellino going towards goal. Mannix now wanting that ball. A deflection coming off the pony of, I believe that was Juan Martinero there. No, beg your pardon, it was Martin Jauregui. Now Nero's on the ball. Nothing Crowder can do there. Needs to allow him to make that play. There's the continuation and the pass deep down into the Maltese Falcons half. Too far there for Melissa to get to. Chukker. Erskine. Not much he can do there either. And again, the Maltese Falcons having... more or less found a little gap. It was shut down. Crowder will set things up and turn things around very nicely. On the move once again, and I do like watching him play, Dale. Chukker Erskine looks over his shoulder. He has all the time in the world. Chukker once, Chukker twice, and then he fumbles it.
Ooh, they left it on the field. It looked like Fred took his man a little bit too far wide. So a little bit of miscommunication there. I think Fred figured Chukker maybe had the slam dunk, but look at this. Erskine. Recap, high flag.
Very well played. Yeah, well, I'm sure he'd be glad that he got that opportunity because I'm sure he would have been kicking himself after missing that.
He wanted the ball back.
Yeah.
They always do. But watch this play. Chukker takes it in, and Fred just pushes his man a little bit too far wide. Figures Chukker had the slam dunk here. It does happen. So Fred had his man way out, and that gave Alejandro the opportunity. Ali slowed down there and just didn't get the shot he wanted. Just bad luck. He had Nero out for Martin, or actually had Juanmar. And then that's a good goal. Because Chukker, he was not messed around. All right, that's going to end our fortune. I think we went to another level again. We'll be back. We'll be going to level after level after level. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
When I founded the Taqueria 48 years ago, the goal was to service polo players fieldside and carry a complete line of polo equipment. Since those early days, we now carry everything for the horse and rider. Anything goes on or near a horse, you're likely to find here in our store. We still have polo equipment made by polo players for polo players.
Okay, fifth Chukker action. Looks like we have our mount officials ready to go here. We'll start with the bowling as we had our final goal of the fourth Chukker by Erskine, making it 8-6 now. So, biggest lead of the day, but not much. Still very tight match. Anybody's game here between the Maltese Falcons in the red jerseys and Alegria in the dark jerseys. First, our second game of the 2024 World Polo League All-Star Challenge, single elimination. You need to win to move on. Congratulations to Polo, moving on over Travieso. And on the bowling, picked up here by Nero.
Juan Martin has, he's stopped in his tracks there by Jason Crowder, who I've got to say, Dale, I think is also playing a very, very good game here this afternoon. But so is this man, Alejandro Navijo Estrada, taking a shot out of distance. Maybe just a little bit too far. Just puts it out. And that, of course, will mean possession once again for, well, here he is, the captain.
Good shot there, Fred.
Mr. Mannix.
Taking all the knock-ins today on the set plays. Uh-oh, a little too short here. It's going to be picked up, turned around, and controlled by Martin. Jorge, he'll leave it for Nero. They need to give him one play. Nero in the danger zone. Ooh.
Unlucky. Very unlucky. But, again, you know, they got to tighten up on that defense, Dale, because, as you know, very often, Chukker 5 is where they can very often change the direction of a game. So we saw a goalless fourth Chukker in the last game, in the first game this morning. Chukker number 4 here, Alegria, scoring 2-0 against the Maltese Falcons, so they did not score in that previous Chukker. Let's see what they can do now in Chukker number 5 to see if they can set the course for their first victory. As you said, still anyone's game. 8 goals apiece. I beg your pardon, 8 goals to 6 after that goalless fourth Chukker for the Maltese Falcons.
Yeah, so Fred to take that knock and I get it working down the field here. And as a see if the Maltese Falcons can flip this one around and keep that win. You don't want to get that third goal. Can put a little pressure on you as they try to work it back. And said everybody always trying to get that third goal. Give them an opportunity around to go, though, and it's going to be picked up and controlled by the Maltese Falcons. Still the opportunity here as they take it around, loose ball play, and it's again neutral Polo as they click down under 5 minutes.
Now then, trying to take the ball around the outside. Chukker Erskine, a cut shot. Will he get past? I doubt it. Juan Martinero, he came in, shut him down in that angle. See, steals the ball off him. Gets a bit of support from Jauregui. Little under the neck from Erskine. Nobody home. And we will have a whistle with 4:28 left to play here in Chukker number 5.
So we're going to need a whistle on the play. Now, no challenges used.
Not yet.
In the first Chukker, or the first half, I mean.
Yeah.
By both teams. And like I said, both teams will go into, and you might get one here. You got a change, quick line change there, and looked like Pipe thought maybe it was going the other way. You see our mount official there getting on the radio, and we'll take a look at it. So that ball is going to bounce off, quick line change. They come together.
Well, again.
And that's going to be an interesting one because it's a little bit. And when you say quick line change, if I say to you, how far does the ball need to change, or how far does the ball need to move? A lot of people ask that question, and the answer is as far as the umpire, as long as the umpire sees it move. So it could actually be an inch, an inch, a yard. And they're going to have a challenge on the play, and they're going to win their challenge. No foul, and I agree on this. That ball came across the field.
Yep.
So actually, the Alegria player was on the right of way. If you saw that little line change, now it's not that easy from on the field, and that's why we always say about with the quick line change and how the technologies help Polo in such big way is those little line changes where the ball changes direction and a player gets on it. The cameras always have the opportunity with the end zones, the drone, and the center cam to be able to break it down, see which player has the lesser angle, and in which case Alegria did have the lesser angle. So they will win the challenge, and they will still keep their challenge here for the second half.
So as a result of that, penalty thrown in, moved quickly by Juan Martin Nero. Lovely Palomino pony, I think he's riding there. Still Nero. Bit of a bouncing ball. He got a piece of it. Alegria sends it back, but standing very steadfast, of course, Alejandro Novillo Estrada. Alegria, and that's a perfect pass. Look at that. Perfectly timed, perfectly placed. And Erskine with a cut shot. Should have maybe taken a little bit more time. Just a fraction more time, and that would have been through.
Another close one there as he goes just off to the right side, though. That'll take us to probably a courtesy change. We'll see if they decide to use it now. As, they're going to go ahead and use the courtesy change. We got one team on one side. We were talking about this earlier today. We have one team close to the ball, so they will wait for the Maltese Falcons team, who have their horses on the far south end, field 3. And Alegria with their horses on the north end. So they're going to be right there next to the bowl-in. Looks like Fred right there getting on Instructadora, one of his ponies, for the second half of the 5th Chukker. And they'll go ahead and remember, we're going to be we're in 4K all season long here on all of our platforms, on the YouTube channel, and of course all our apps. So enjoy the 2024 World Polo League season in 4K. Congratulations, CTV Sports. Unbelievable, amazing footage there, as you can see. Very quick here, the Santa Rita team, so they are ready to go. Down by 2, want to get control here. They are going to get the opportunity to have a dead ball play, so penalty on knock-in coming, 3:38 left in the 5th. And let's see what they can put together here on the knock-in. Pretty even across the board when it comes to everything. You saw the stats in the first half, and those are the closest stats that we have seen these two teams as they left the halftime 6-6. So the stats were right perfectly in line. So Alejandro Novillo Estrada here in the maroon helmet. He'll do the honors for the Maltese Falcons. On the knock-in, here we go. We got Melly down the center, Melissa Ganzi out to the right side. You've got Juan Martin Nero and then Jauregui. A little bit overhit there, backed up hard by Mannix. They're playing that open style. I don't think Fred's turned or tapped one ball today, Yan. He's actually hitting everything one time. And look at this, another shot on goal. And a nice save there by Martin Jauregui, but we are going to get a safety.
Yep. Yeah, coming off the player. So safety, of course, just to explain for those of you who've never seen the equivalent of a corner in polo, once the ball goes over the back line, 60 on the 60-yard level, but no further than 40 yards either side of the 60-yard spot to the left or to the right is where that ball will be placed. So what makes that about 80 yards, 85 yards?
Yeah, I mean, anybody put that in place based on the one approach, one hit scenario. I think you remember back in the day, probably when we were playing, a lot of times the ball would go out by the boards and you'd have a safety. And 9 out of 10 times, or 10 out of 10 times, we dribbled the ball in, and that became a little dangerous. So the good rule change here. Pipe, first 60 of the day. That's not like Pipe. No. A little short, but that's his first one of the day. Like I said, this Maltese Falcons team, we talked about that earlier, that I'm sure in their team meeting, you know, and a lot of the teams are saying, got to keep these guys off the penalty line, as the shooting has been stellar by all the teams on penalties. 8-6, Nero.
With 3:03 on the clock, Nero just deciding who to play it to, plays it back into the open field. He's looking for Alejandro Navijo Estrada. Mannix read it well, came with him. Little backhand shot. Now then, you need to be careful here. Jauregui stops, turns, has a look. And as you said, Dylan, I'm liking the way that they play this rotation on a pretty continuous level here, you know, trying to confuse the opposition. Backhander from Crowder, left for Nero. Still Juanma. Monster shot, and there you have that rotation once again. He's looking for Alejandro straight away. He's got the number 2, Jason Crowder, and Fred Mannix taking on Alejandro Navijo Estrada. Now, was that a sandwich?
It might have been Alejandro sandwich. Let's see what we got here. They pulled around here. Alejandro, he had no one going forward, so I like the thought process. Alejandro's going to take it back the opposite way, and right there he's blocked.
Yeah.
So just you got to give it up. Well done, Alejandro. He just didn't have anything he could do, so he was just trying to bide some time, and he actually gets the penalty out of it. I think Walmart wanted to move it the other way, but Alejandro facing the opposite direction, no one going forward. And so they'll put it from the spot. Alejandro from about 120.
Drills it nice and low. No red shirt to pick it up. Instead, it will be Pipe Vecellino. Plenty of time to decide what he wants to do. Plays it out to the boards, looking for Crowder. Crowder, of course, well marked by Martin Jauregui. Little bit of a fumble here, a little bit of a kerfuffle right on the halfway line. Again, Martin Jauregui. Crowder sticking very close to his man. Left it, well, they've all left it for Juan Martin Nero. And again, he keeps looking for Alejandro Navijo Estrada. Nice little touch on the near side by Jauregui. Tried to do, well, a very difficult shot. A near side under the neck to try and hit the goal.
Yeah, I wonder if he got the safety out of this or not. He might have gotten lucky here, and I think he did. So well done, Martin, because that was, and also staying on his side. You saw he came from right to left at such a steep angle. And what an amazing horse going from left back to the right, staying clean, not crossing over in front of Mannix, and then picking it up on the left side, the near side, getting the next shot done. Crowder had nothing he could do but try to save it, and Jason was perfect on the save, besides he hits it over the end line, and we do get our second safety of the day, so penalty 6 in favor now. Estrada, or I think we're going to get a timeout. So we'll get a timeout here for one of the four-legged athletes, and they'll Alejandro will regroup. And a huge opportunity here with 1:36 on the clock, down by 2. So this is a great opportunity from the 6-yard mark.
It is indeed, and if they can pick up, and even if it's the only goal with a minute and a half left to play here in Chukker number 5, it will definitely make life a lot easier for the 6th and final Chukker.
And this could be a 2-goal swing here, as we saw earlier today with Travieso team, where K.O. Kai stopped the ball, saved the goal. Tincho gets the pickup, takes it around down the other end, scores. Instead of them being down by 2, they come in being down by 1 and put them in a better spot. So see if Alejandro can be successful here on his shot. Have a little chat there with one of the mounted officials. And once they get everything lined up here, the tough one of safeties now with the angles, as Jan was saying earlier, the moving the ball, they place the ball no further than 40 yards from the center. So basically, if the ball was 50, 60, 70, 80 yards wide, as a polo field being 160 yards from the board across, it gives you pretty much an easy angle. I don't think most players have it. Maybe some players are more comfortable hitting from the right or the left, you know, based on their swing or when they practice. I know they practice from both sides. This one's going to come in from left to right, so it's going to be a bit of an open shot to the right. So if you want to miss it, you want to miss it to the inside, so it goes out to the outside. Here comes Estrada. Ooh, blocked.
Oh, blocked very early. And look how quickly Alegria will pick this one up and run. Again, the rotation working. Malik's going up to the front. Erskine tried to send it back. Crowder overrides. Left behind for Pipe Vecellina. Now, we know he can drill a ball down the field. Erskine, a bump first and a ride off in front of goal. Mannix, has it got enough power on that shot? Good things come to those who wait, Dale.
Yeah, que golazo. I mean, watch him lean back here, Fred. He leans. Watch how he leans taps that, leans back. He let that ball. He actually hit that ball to the right behind his horse's rear end to make sure that he could get the ball behind the defending player. Great goal.
Yep, really, really good goal.
And here's that 3-goal difference. See, you got the penalty shot, and then you get it all down. So now going in by 3 here. They're going to get one more bowl in, though, I believe, before the end of the Chukker. Yeah, so Maltese Falcons, this might work in favor. It could work in favor of either team here. Either go up by 4 or get it within 2. And you're going to get the break. Oh, Chukker. He goes overrides. And then they get a whistle on the play. So that'll end our 5th Chukker plays. 3-goal difference. And we'll take a look at this one. I'm not sure if they're breaking away. That ball's come around the corner here. Nero comes off the boards. Then it pops back towards Pipe. Up and down the field. And you can see right there, it looked like Alegria was trying to go on defense, and one of the players came across. So that'll go ahead and end the Chukker anyways. And we'll see what our mile officials decide on that on the contact. Great view there of the Grand Champions Polo Club. You have Field 1, Field 2, Field 3, 4, and 5. That's Lake Worth Road on the backside. If you are coming to any of the pole, just follow the flags down to the end, and that'll bring you right into the Grand Champions Polo Club. Stay with us. We'll be back for our 6th and final Chukker.
Another great season. We had a blast this year. Great fields again. They keep getting better and better. And we got lucky with the rain this year and had a lot of fun polo.
There's nothing better than being out here in Aspen playing with these great people. Amazing views every day. I mean, how could you ask for more?
Best part about being out here in Aspen for the polo is the fields, the community, Melissa and Mark, the great competition, and the amazing horses, and how the horses enjoy being out here.
I love the town, I love the valley, I love also spending time here in Carbondale. So I just love this place in general. I have a lot of friends. I've made lots of friends over the years. The Ganses have created a spectacular place here that has become a really important summer destination for polo in America.
Aspen, I love it that our family's around, a ton of horses, a ton of golf, and a lot of fun polo. So.
Okay, here we go, 6 Chukker, and we have a spot hit, penalty 5A in favor of the Maltese Falcons. Good luck to both teams here. 3-goal difference, but Maltese got to get on it here. They haven't scored in the 4th or the 5th, so we'll see where they go. And they only had 2 goals scored by Alegria, so I bet it'd be defensive battle here in the second half.
It will indeed, and Melissa Ganzi there getting a couple of good shots here, taking that ball very, very deep into the half of Alegria. Pippi Vecellino will benefit from that fumble right before the back door. Still Vecellino along the boards, nicely done, looking for an Alegria shirt. Mannix was there, turned around. Crowder couldn't get to it. Vecellino steals it on the near side now. Then Alejandro Navijo Estrada has to go back, of course, and try and take the ball off the man from Chile. The near side backhand coming. In comes Chukker. Beg your pardon, that was not Chukker. That, of course, was Mannix, who sent that ball up to Chukker Erskine. Here he is again. Mannix with the number 4. Also with a white helmet. Chukker Erskine, the South African, also with a white helmet. Crowder, nice little pass. Not on the stick side where Pippi Vecellino would like to have had it. Crowder might go for a little backhander here. What's he going to do? Exactly that. The backhander slightly cut it a bit too fine. Pippi Vecellino will get on top of that straight away as Chukker will back him up very nicely and allow Mannix to just do a little chip shot, and Fred Mannix picks up his second of the game.
Yeah, Fred here, he a nice little nice play. He actually put that one over the top of everybody.
Yeah.
I kept a replay on this because it's not an easy shot. Chukker just stays controlled, bounces off a pony here. Bad luck for Wanmar, but Fred had to get just chopped it right over the top there. Look at Alejandro.
Very elegantly done.
Yeah, he got over the top there with Alejandro. Man, that was close.
But the goal puts his team, and I'm sure he'll be delighted with that, Alegria into double figures. So still plenty of time, and you said it, Del. The Maltese Falcons need to step up to the plate now. Chukker Erskine, this time the last man standing in defense. Oh, a chance. Now, this could be a huge opportunity. We've got 2-on-1 here. Jauregui, and he gets the support of Alejandro Navijo Estrada. Jauregui gets the putt around, and that's a very important goal here for the Maltese Falcons.
No, you said it. You said it, Jan. A very important goal time-wise. And remember, because you still have the courtesy change going. Great play here by Martin. Flips it to the right, gets rid of Crowder. Now he's got to take care of well done Alejandro, taking out Pipe. That gives Martin the opportunity to work it in. Jason can do nothing, doesn't want to get the one there. If he gets a penalty one, they're going to get a goal and possession. Better to stay calm, stay cool, and actually let them even try to score. Better off to do that. They're going to go ahead and use the courtesy change here a little bit early, but they'll use it during this time. And so everybody will go ahead and set off. But huge goal, as you said, because 4:25 on the clock. Let's do the math. 3 goals down, no problem. More than enough time.
More than enough time, but they need to just get a little bit tighter on that passing because you've got also, and I've got to quote you, Dale, you're so right when you say defense wins championships. Well, they've been playing a very, very solid defense. The back line here from Alegria, Pippi Vecellino working very hard, as has Fred Mannix, but also the way and as and when they do that rotation seems to be very effective nearly every time.
You know, they have rotated well. I agree with you. And if you look at the score sheet, they mixed it up great. Everybody's scoring goals. They got 5 for Erskine, 2 for Crowder, 1 for Pipe from the penalty line as Pipe, and then 2 from Fred coming through from the number 4 position. And so it looks like Fred kind of rotated a few of his horses around today. I guess he's going to bring some of them back. It looks like he's going to get on either Peroni. Yeah, I think he's going to get on Peroni again. He actually played her earlier. And I think Melissa's going to stay on her mare, the bald-faced Chelsea's pretty mare here also. And so we'll see what happens as here they go, the final very top horses here for this final 4 minutes and 3 goal difference.
On the move, Juan Martinero, the Tangola. Little chip shot. Finds Jauregui, Martin Jauregui. Tucking in behind him will be Alejandro Navijo Estrada. He'll try, and he does pick it up on the near side. Good pick up here by the Argentine 7-goal. A little backhand shot. Erskine, nice little hook. Once again, the 10-goaler, Nero. Oh, and this is what they do. They are very effective. Once they get their teeth into you, Dale, they stick with you, and that's a great outlet pass now to Crowder. Jason Crowder has the time to look over his shoulder. Crowder's got to be careful as Alejandro Navijo Estrada was breathing down his neck. And, of course, every time they push the Maltese Falcons back into their own half, you know, the clock ticking down, it means even more distance, even more power and energy that they need to conjure up, of course, to get that ball all the way back up those 300 yards. Here we go then, Alejandro Navijo Estrada. And look how well they're marking up here.
Yeah, playing deep. They got Melissa out in front, though. They thought they were going to use Melly deep, but yeah, that looks like Alegria kind of playing space zone defense, you know. Turned up cleanly by Mannix. He'll get Crowder going forward.
Crowder, one touch. Will that go all the way through?
Chestnut Mare can fly, so he's got a lot of power underneath him. And as you said before, any play, that leaves the field or goes off the field, the clock keeps ticking.
Exactly.
So it works in favor right now with this 3-goal difference. That's why they need to get one here. So Walmart needs to turn this one around, get the Maltese Falcons going down with as they click down almost 2 minutes down by 3. Walmart.
Nero. A little bit of space, but deep in his own half. Yeah, that's exactly what I would have done. Just get that ball up towards that halfway line. Melissa coming back now. She's in her own half again, intercepted by Mannix. And you know what? He can also hit a ball a good 100-plus yards. He was looking for Crowder on this occasion. Juan Martin Nero, again, being pushed hard. And this is all costing a lot of valuable time.
Only issue, right?
Yeah.
Great play here by Nero, like I said, but the clock's working against them here, so they need to keep the rhythm going. Melissa.
Good first touch. Good second touch as well. Mannix just riding alongside her. Not much you can do there. Vercellino finally then picks up the broken play and the broken ball. Nero, will he go for a monster shot? I think he probably heard me say that because look at this ball and I
like the thought process. You got to go for it.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, he's got to go for it there. Like you said, just working against, like you said, and an amazing play down in the corner. But every time they've had the ability, Alegria, to keep it down on that end line. And anytime they keep it down there, as you said, even when Crowder finishes the play and the ball goes off the field, you're another 18 seconds before the ball gets back in play. So it works for them. They'll get a stoppage of the clock here based on a horse timeout, so that's going to work in favor. Shot of Fred and Peroni right there. And he mixed those up today. He actually played them. And this is where your courtesy change come to play. He actually played Hypnotist and Peroni in the early part. Then he bring them back into 6. Like Melissa, they'll do the same thing.
So a little over a minute left to play. And with all the optimism in the world, Dale, 3 goals in it, so that would be, 22 goals, 22 seconds per goal needed.
Yeah, tough. No, like you said, it's the same situation Travies who got caught in the first game. So very similar, but, I mean, a close game all the way up. Good shot there, Fred. 3-3 after the first, 5-4, 6-6 at halftime. The fourth and fifth Chukker. I think that's where the Maltese Falcons, they'll review their game. Whatever happened in there, they didn't keep their rhythm going. They didn't pick up any goals. 3 goals. They outscored 3-0. That changes the game.
And Alegria have possession, and I'm sure they will try and hold on to that ball for as long as they possibly can. A nice pass from Mannix out to the left-hand side. Picked up by Vercellino. Vercellino will drill that ball as far down the field as he can into the Maltese Falcons territory as he possibly can. They managed to get it back, but we are coming to the 30-second mark left to play. A nice pass up to Melissa. She gets a good first touch on the near side. Melissa, can she put it away? Still Ganzi.
Oh, well done,
Hello.
Melissa. Oh, wow, not an easy shot. I thought she put that one away. Nice attempt there. And Melody, like you said, you didn't get a lot of opportunities up in front based on the way that the Alegria team played them today. So that's going to go ahead and take it down. But she got a nice touch on it there at the end. So there you go. So here's our final stats right here: 10-7. There's the difference: 16 shots to 12, but not bad. I mean, knocking 5-5. So just a few more shots. That's what the Maltese, they'll get that organized. Throw-ins, they actually won the throw-ins. Maltese Falcons 7-5. So congratulations on that. Fouls committed, they were better also. So congratulations there, because look at that, 8 fouls to 5. So, but not a lot of fouls either. Under 10, great. And pretty even there on the shots. So once again, congratulations to the Alegria team. We want to thank the Maltese Falcons, of course, Melissa Ganzi, Martina Aregi, Alejandro Naviz-Estrada, Martin Nero, but Alegria, Sugar Erskine, Jason Crowder, Pipe Virgilino, and Fred Maddox, they'll move on in the 2024 World Polo League All-Star Challenge. For Jan Edik Frank, I'm Dale Schwetz. I speak for everyone here at CTV Sports. I want to say thank you for making us the leaders of polo broadcasting. And always remember, here at CTV Sports, we love the polo.